Most men, if not all men, subscribe to you on your website are probably not there to see how smart you are. Seriously, what did you expect?
I feel a little bit dead inside.
Actions have consequences. That's just a hard fact of life that unfortunately too many people learn later in life, myself included. But I want to premise this video by saying that I'm not judging anyone for their life decisions. God knows I've taken some shitty ones in my younger days that are still impacting my life. But there are some decisions that are way more impactful and consequential than others. The internet has been very good for a lot of things, but not so good for many others. Like making spicy work some sort of a cool thing to do, normalizing the spicy industry to young men and women.
Let's talk promoting your
tips that I'd have for people who are wanting to start doing OF.
how to scale your
What are the best platforms to promote your OF?
I just wanted to let you guys know that I've started onlyfans.
We are a female-run fans management agency.
Which means by that is just a fancy way of saying that they're pimps. That's literally what they are.
This job is mostly about sales and marketing. If you know who your audience is and you can find a way to put yourself in front of those people, then you will do well.
But lately I've been hearing more of the other side of that trend.
I'm ashamed at the behavior I've done. I thought it was cool, but all these females that you guys look up to in the industry, the media pushes you, they're all miserable.
People like 17 who literally when they're about to turn 18 are promoting, being like, hey, my 18th birthday, this is about to drop. Like, that's crazy.
Like, I feel a little bit dead inside.
One of the reasons I think that so many young people are doing that kind of work is the easy access to it. And what I mean by that is, not too long ago, if you wanted to get in that line of work, you needed to find an agent, go to audition. It was a whole process. You needed to be in front of people, doing that thing that you wanted to do, whether it be magazines or movies. But you weren't alone in your room, in front of your camera. You had more time, you had more steps between you and the work to maybe have you reconsider your choice before doing that thing that you wanted to do. And also, you didn't have all those influencers showing off the money they made, doing it plastered on your social media, accessible 24/7, because they actually did not exist back then. I think a lot of these young people are doing that without thinking of future consequences because of this proximity. Maybe at some point, you will want to change career path. You won't feel like doing this kind of work anymore. You change your mind so much from 18 to 30, you have no idea. I mean, I wanted to be a police officer, or I wanted to be in the army when I was a kid. That didn't work out like I planned. And you will unfortunately find yourself losing on opportunities if your new employer finds out what kind of work you used to do. And they probably won't take you as seriously as you would like them to take you. Or maybe you will want to have a significant other, have a family at some point. And of course, I'm not saying that because you did some spicy work that you should never be loved again or that you will never find love. I don't think that doing this kind of work defines all aspects of you as a human being. But you're gonna have to accept the fact that it's not everyone that's gonna want to date someone that did that kind of work. You could try to keep it a secret, but how long really before a friend of your partner says, "Do I know you from somewhere? Where do I know them from?" Not everyone wants to deal with other people looking at you because they recognized you from a picture, a movie, or a website, and they just want to say hi. It could get very embarrassing.
I get come up to by this guy and his girlfriend, and we were interrupted in the middle of talking and eating. He said, "Hey, Mia Khalifa, can I get a picture with you?" I looked up at him and I'm like, "No, we're eating." And I said it just like that. Like it was a rude way, but it was also very rude for him to come up while someone was actively in the middle of a conversation. I was there for business, and it was something that had nothing to do with the adult industry.
It's just not everybody that wants to deal with the fact that so many people saw you in such a vulnerable way. And of course, there's gonna be people that are okay with it, but that doesn't mean that you are gonna want those people in your life. Maybe you're thinking of the money you can make. Although I think that it's been proven many times over that the short-term effect of making a lot of money is not worth the long-time effect of doing this kind of work on your mental health.
I would want to crawl into a hole. I was so embarrassed. I had a lot of social anxiety and I didn't go out much because I didn't want to be recognized.
My mental health since I've started this has just slowly been on such a decline. Like, I feel a little bit dead inside.
This girl was talking about all the creepy, deviant messages she was getting from men. That it made her not attracted to men anymore. Made her feel like all men were pigs, and she was feeling anxious. And that was one of the reasons why she quit. Well, first off, not all men are subscribed to spicy websites. So you can't put all men in the same basket. But yes, most men, if not all men, subscribed to you on your website are probably not there to see how smart you are. Seriously, what did you expect? You're putting yourself in a room full of people that the only thing that they care about is to satisfy the selfish need by looking at you. Of course, nobody deserves to be treated badly or talked to inappropriately. But you can't really complain when it happens if you make yourself a target for these kind of weird, deviant, or bad comments. Again, I'm not saying that you deserve it because you do that kind of work, but you will attract those kind of people. Back in the days, you had to physically go to a place to rent those spicy movies. But all there was to watch was that movie. Even if someone was to obsess with you, it's not like they could hop on the internet and find everything that it was to find about you. Now it's simple. You just stay comfortably at home, you just start typing on the internet what and who you would like to see, and you have access to all the content that they ever made. Let me demonstrate. You have to keep in mind that I am far from being internet famous, and yet just typing my name, my YouTube channel comes out, my Facebook, my Instagrams, everything you want to see about me is there. Imagine if you're super famous. That's insane how easily someone can find everything about you. I think now it's a good moment if you would like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video. Let's get back to it. It is unfathomable the number of people that have access to your content. Which of course is really good for the money, but the number of creeps will go up as well. And the unfortunate truth of the world we live in, not everyone is going to be respectful. And also you have to think about that false sense of security that this might give you because you are doing that alone in your room. You might feel completely disconnected from the real world. But at some point you might realize that your online world can interfere with your real world.
Tragically, her success would shatter in an instant when an online stalker set out to do the unthinkable, leaving the world reeling with shock and anger, and influencers terrified for their own safety.
A man is accused of breaking into the home of an OnlyFans model and taking video of her while she slept.
And also you have to keep in mind that you have to promote what you're doing on these pages. So a lot of young people, they promote themselves by posting on Instagram or Twitter or any other site like their daily routine, their whereabouts, and that makes it really easy for the creeps to bump into you. Oh my god, what a surprise! I did not expect to see you here at all! Can I have a picture with you? And I would think that this would start messing with your mind. And wondering if that person has been following you for a while, if you are safe. I think sometimes it's okay to learn from others' experiences and stories, instead of trying to live the experience and try to learn on our own. Before getting into that kind of work, before letting yourself impress with that kind of money. Also, you have to keep in mind that that kind of money is not sure that you will make it. Think about everything that this kind of work implies in your life. Present, but also your future. Think about what kind of role model you want to be for younger people. Your future kids. It just feels like everything is a social experiment now on the internet. And I do believe that a lot of young people are gonna wake up after doing this, gonna realize that this shit is gonna follow them for a long time and they're gonna regret it. And we see a lot of it already happening. If you have an opinion, you would like to bounce on what I just said, if you have comments, whatever you want to share, put them in the comment section. I love to read what you have to say. Maybe I'll make a part 2 bouncing on what you have to say about this. Thank you for watching. I love you. You're a great person, and I'll see you soon.